Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're hopping down under to talk about one of the most iconic animals on the planet, the kangaroo. When you think of Australia, you probably picture one of these incredible creatures bouncing across the outback. But there's so much more to them than just their famous hop. So, grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's dive into the amazing world of kangaroos. First things first, what exactly is a kangaroo? They are marsupials, which means they are mammals that carry their young in a pouch. This is probably their most famous feature, but we'll get back to those adorable joeys later. The word kangaroo is a bit of a general term. It actually refers to the largest species within the macropod family, which literally means Bigfoot. And trust me, that name is no exaggeration. This family also includes wallabies, wallaroos, and tree kangaroos, which are all fascinating in their own right. But today, we're focusing on the big guys. There are four main species of kangaroo: the red kangaroo, the eastern grey kangaroo, the western grey kangaroo, and the Antilopean kangaroo. The red kangaroo is the largest of them all, and in fact, it's the largest living marsupial in the world. A big male, often called a boomer, can stand over 6 feet tall and weigh around 200 pounds. They get their name from the reddish-brown fur of the males, while the females, known as flyers, are often more of a bluish-grey. Then, you have the eastern and western grey kangaroos. As their names suggest, they live in the eastern and western parts of Australia, respectively. They might not be as huge as the red kangaroo, but they are still seriously impressive animals. The eastern greys are the ones you're most likely to see, near cities on the east coast, sometimes even on golf courses. So, let's talk about that hop. Why do they do it? It might look a bit goofy, but it's actually an incredibly efficient way to travel long distances. When a kangaroo hops, it uses its massive elastic tendons in its hind legs like springs. With each jump, energy is stored in these tendons as they stretch, and then released to help power the next leap. It's like having built-in pogo sticks. This allows them to cover huge areas of land in search of food and water without using a lot of energy. A kangaroo can comfortably cruise at speeds of around 15 miles per hour, but when they need to, they can kick it up to over 40 miles per hour in short bursts. They can also jump incredible distances. A single bound can be over 25 feet long and 6 feet high. And what about that giant tail? It's not just for show. The tail is a crucial part of their anatomy. When they're hopping at high speeds, it acts as a counterbalance, helping them stay stable. But when they're moving slowly, like when they're grazing, they use it as a fifth limb. They'll lean back on their tail and front paws, and then swing their huge hind legs forward, too. It's a method of walking called pentapedal locomotion, meaning they use 5 legs. It's really something to see. Now, let's talk about their diet. Kangaroos are herbivores. They mostly eat grasses, but they'll also munch on flowers, leaves, ferns, and even moss. They have a specialized digestive system that's a bit like a cow's. They have a chambered stomach where microbes help break down the tough plant material. This is super important in the often harsh and dry Australian environment, as it allows them to get the maximum amount of nutrients from their food. They can also go for long periods without drinking water, getting most of the moisture they need from the plants they eat. Kangaroos are social animals and live in groups called mobs. A mob can be as small as 2 or 3 individuals, or as large as 100. Living in a group has its advantages, especially when it comes to spotting predators like dingoes. There's safety in numbers, and more eyes and ears mean a better chance of detecting danger early. Within the mob, you'll often see males competing for dominance and mating rights. This can lead to some pretty intense boxing matches. You've probably seen videos of this. They'll stand up on their hind legs and try to push each other over with their front paws, or they'll kick out with those powerful, clawed hind feet. A kick from a large male kangaroo is incredibly powerful and can cause serious injury. So it's definitely something you don't want to get on the wrong side of. Okay, let's get to the part everyone loves, the joeys. A mother kangaroo's reproductive cycle is truly one of the wonders of the natural world. After a gestation period of only about 33 days, she gives birth to a tiny, underdeveloped baby, called a joey. This newborn is incredibly small, about the size of a jelly bean. It's blind, hairless, and looks more like a little pink worm than a kangaroo. But Here's where it gets amazing. This tiny creature, using only its more developed front limbs, has to make a perilous journey all by itself. It crawls from the birth canal, through its mother's thick fur, and all the way up into the safety of her pouch. This is a journey of several inches, which for a creature that small, is like a human baby climbing a mountain. Once inside, it latches onto a teat, which then swells in its mouth, securing it in place. The joey will stay inside the pouch for the next several months, growing and developing. For about 6 months, it's exclusively in the pouch. After that, it will start to poke its head out and take its first curious looks at the world. Then, it will start making short trips outside, hopping around but always staying close to mum. If it gets scared, it will dive headfirst back into the pouch, sometimes with its long legs still dangling out, which is a pretty funny sight. The joey will continue to use the pouch for safety and for nursing for up to a year, even after it's too big to fit inside comfortably in here. As another incredible fact, a female kangaroo can have 3 babies at different stages of development at the same time. She can have an older joey that's already out of the pouch, but still comes back to drink milk, a younger one developing inside the pouch, and a dormant embryo in her uterus, waiting for the pouch to become free. This is called embryonic diapause, and it allows her to reproduce quickly when conditions are good. It's a remarkable survival strategy for living in such an unpredictable environment. Unfortunately, kangaroos face a number of threats. Habitat loss due to farming and urban development is a major one. As human populations expand, the open grasslands and forests that kangaroos rely on are shrinking. This can also lead to more frequent and dangerous encounters with vehicles. Road signs in Australia often warn drivers about kangaroos, especially at dawn and dusk when they are most active. Climate change is another significant challenge. More frequent and intense droughts can lead to a scarcity of food and water, putting a lot of stress on kangaroo populations. And of course, devastating bushfires like the ones we've seen in recent years can wipe out huge numbers of animals and destroy their habitats. Conservation efforts are in place to help protect these amazing animals. This includes creating and managing national parks and reserves, researching their population dynamics, and working on strategies to help kangaroos and humans coexist more peacefully. Public awareness and education, like what we're doing right now, are also super important. The more people understand and appreciate these unique creatures, the more likely we are to protect them for future generations. So, the next time you see a picture of a kangaroo, remember there's so much more to them than just a cute face and a big bounce. They are perfectly adapted survivors, masters of energy efficiency, with a complex social life and one of the most incredible reproductive strategies in the animal kingdom. They are a true symbol of the wild and rugged beauty of Australia. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of kangaroos. I hope you learned something new and have a newfound appreciation for these magnificent marsupials. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments what animal you'd like me to cover next. Until then, stay curious.